Yo, what is going on guys, Flashverse here and welcome back to another video on The Flash Season 8. And for today's video, I will be breaking down some details in regards to the crossover which will be taking place during the first 5 episodes of The Flash Season 8. So yeah, The Flash has been filming Season 8 for a while now, which is very exciting. And we have had some set photos, but they aren't really that interesting, which is why I didn't go over them. But since The Flash Season 7 ended, we have been getting some teases from showrunner Eric Wallace himself in regards to certain storylines we should be expecting for this season, whether it's a main villain teaser or character-centered storylines. But we do already know that the season will be structured the same way as last season was, so graphic novel number 5, interlude part 2, and then graphic novel number 6. The amount of episodes we will be having is still unknown, but I'm guessing it will be 20 or 22 episodes. Now, one special thing we know that is taking place during the first 5 episodes of The Flash Season 8 is that it will be featuring a special event, which is a Flash storyline centered crossover, where we will be having characters from across the Arrowverse appearing within these first 5 episodes, in which I'll be going over this article by Deadline, which gives us some details about this crossover, such as the characters who will be appearing for the first 5 episodes, but also we do have a synopsis for the storyline to break down as well. But before I go over anything, however, you guys don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you are aware of more Arrowverse content coming your way. Okay, so I will start off by reading over the article and then I will break it down. Set to begin November 16th at 8 p.m, Armageddon will feature numerous guest appearances from some of the CW's most notable heroes and villains. Set to join the Flash team are Javicia Leslie as Batwoman, Brendan Routh as the Atom, Cress Williams as Black Lightning, Kyler Lee as Sentinel, Kat McNamara as Mia Queen, and Osric Chow as Ryan Choi. Tom Cavanagh and Neil McDonough will return as enemies Eobard Thawne, aka the Reverse Flash, and Damien Dark, respectively. So yeah, obviously with this 5-part event, we already knew that we're going to be having some guest stars appearing. However, everyone expected to see characters like Superman, Stargirl, and John Diggle to appear. However, with these characters, you have to take into account that scheduling could be a problem, such as for Stargirl, for instance. They film in Atlanta, so scheduling, having the cast fly to Vancouver, that will be hard. And Superman and Lois takes longer to film than most Arrowverse shows. If you guys remember, for this season of Superman and Lois, they had multiple breaks for a couple of weeks, and that's due to them filming for so much longer than other Arrowverse shows. So they don't want to end up in the same issue like they did in season 1 again, where they have to take multiple breaks so that they could catch up to filming. So Superman and Lois' scheduling will be hard as well. The only reason Batwoman is able to be part of this event is because they have started filming season 3 ages ago, so Javicia Leslie would be available for a couple of weeks before she needs to go back and catch up filming. But the lineup does still get me very excited. From the whole bunch of returning characters, the two that were the most obvious were obviously Batwoman and Black Lightning. Firstly, I cannot wait to see Ryan Wilder interact with all these other characters, especially with Team Flash. Black Lightning we already knew would be appearing since he was in talks with Eric Wallace to return to The Flash after his show ended, but honestly, I wasn't expecting to see the other characters. It's great to see Ray Palmer return to the Arrowverse after Legends did him dirty by making him leave the show. I really like the fact that Kyler Lee is reprising her role as Alex Danvers, since we'll still be having that fragment of Supergirl and a Flash crossover. But also this does show that Alex Danvers will be one of the characters who will be an ongoing character recurring throughout the Arrowverse, kind of like John Diggle after Arrow ended. Catherine McNamara reprising her role as Mia Queen is something which was a shock as well. Although Mia wasn't my favorite character on Arrow, I really like the fact that she is still part of the Arrowverse, and I like that we are still having a Green Arrow. And also, this is the Flash, so she will not have a main focus and sabotage the season, just like what she did for Arrow Season 8. So she will be a side character this time, and she will not be forced to be a main character and sideline the actual main character, which is what happened during Arrow Season 8. But I guess this could also tie up loose ends about Green Arrow and the Canaries not getting picked up as well. Osric Chow as Ryan Choi is something which is very interesting. I'm assuming that the only reason he's involved is so that Ray Palmer could pass on the mantle of the Atom to him, because other than that, he is a pretty useless character, apart from the fact that he's a really smart person. Maybe his intelligence plays some sort of a role for this crossover as well, I'm not entirely sure. But the two characters I definitely was not expecting to see at all were Damien Darhk and Reverse Flash. Firstly, on Legends of Tomorrow, as far as I remember, we did see Damien Darhk sacrifice himself, so I am interested to see how he returns. The only thing I can think of is time travel, which does actually have a huge relevance to this story. But in regards to the Reverse Flash, I was not expecting to see him return so early, especially after Barry destroyed him during the Flash Season 7 finale, with us getting the reveal that Barry is just much faster than the Reverse Flash now. I don't think that Reverse Flash just automatically became faster, but what I think is happening over here is that we will be having the heroes and villains teaming up, and they will face off against this one big massive threat, which is very exciting. Now, this doesn't mean that we'll be seeing every single one of these characters in all 5 episodes. This is just a list of characters we are expected to see. So you could see some characters for multiple episodes, or you could see some characters just for one episode. So for example, episode 1 we could have Batwoman, Black Lightning and Alex Danvers only. For episode 2 we could have Team Flash time traveling to 2040, and we have Mia Smoke tagging along with Barry, and then that's for episode 2. And then for the next episode, we'll go back and then we'll have like Ray Palmer, Ryan Choi, and then maybe we'll have Batwoman appearing again. It's pretty much something like that. But maybe for one episode, whether it's the middle or the finale of this arc, then you could possibly end up seeing them all together. But if you're expecting to see all of these characters for all 5 episodes, I don't think that's going to happen. I could be wrong, but I don't think that will happen. But we do also have a synopsis to go over for this crossover. So, in Armageddon, a powerful alien threat arrives on Earth under mysterious circumstances, and Barry, Iris, and the rest of Team Flash are pushed to their limits in a desperate battle to save the world. But with time running out and the fate of humanity at stake, Flash and his companions will also need to enlist the help of some old friends if the forces of good are to prevail. All of the information about Armageddon checks out with what CW chairman and CEO Mark Pedowitz previously teased about the series kickoff. During a press call about the fall 2021 schedule, Pedowitz noted that the first 5 episodes of The Flash Season 8 will feature different heroes from the CW verse. Yeah, I'm not gonna call it that, I'm just gonna stick to Arrowverse, but whatever. The idea for The Flash is, showrunner Eric Wallace and executive producer Greg Berlanti have come together and are talking about other superheroes from the CW verse, from the Arrowverse, who will come together in each individual episode, he said. It will not be quite a crossover, but will have a crossover type feel and the introduction of all these characters. So I don't really understand what that means. Like, it will have a crossover type feel, but it's not a crossover. It's pretty much a crossover. I don't get why they just don't call it a crossover, because it literally is a crossover, but whatever. On Wednesday, The Flash executive producer Eric Wallace added the following. Simply put, these are going to be some of the most emotional Flash episodes ever. Plus, there are some truly epic moments and huge surprises that await our fans. And we're doing them on a scale that's bigger and bolder than our traditional Flash episodes. So yes, Armageddon is a lot more than just another graphic novel storyline. It's just going to be a true event for Flash and Arrowverse fans, old and new. Honestly, I can't wait for audiences to see what we've got planned. So yeah, Eric Wallace does pretty much confirm that this 5-part event, or this crossover titled Armageddon, will be its own graphic novel. So this will be a graphic novel number 5. But then, if this is the case, if this is like a 5-episode graphic novel, then what's going to be happening for episodes 6 and 9? Is that going to be Interlude Part 2? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe the graphic novel continues, but we'll just not have the other Arrowverse characters from like episodes 6, 7, 8, and 9. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, Armageddon is actually a storyline from the comics, and when I searched it up, because I had no idea what it is, but when I searched it up, I came across the following. So the name of this event in the comics is actually called Armageddon 2001, and this possible future took place in the then future year of 2001, hence the title. In the year 2030, Matthew Ryder, a scientist sent into the time stream as part of one of the Monarch's experiments, becomes imbued with temporal superpowers and journeys into the past as Wave Rider. Just adding on, this Wave Rider is not the ship from Legends of Tomorrow, it is an actual character, so he is called Wave Rider. But he attempts to learn more about Monarch and determine who he is so he can be thwarted. On his journeys, Wave Rider investigates the possible futures of almost every superhero in the DCU, some even multiple times. As the tale reaches its conclusion, the identity of Monarch is revealed as he appears in the present timeline to destroy all superheroes in order to make his future reign be certain. So yeah, Monarch will essentially be the villain for this storyline, and yes, obviously they will be changing things about this crossover, but the idea will still remain the same. So the storyline will be the same, but they'll probably end up changing a few stuff so that it fits what the Arrowverse is going for. But one thing that is very interesting is that time travel will still be having some sort of a role in this crossover, since not only is this pretty much us exploring possible futures of other characters in the DC universe, or in the Arrowverse in this case, Mia Queen, who is also part of this crossover, is from 2040 when our heroes are from 2021. So yeah, we should be having some decent amount of time travel playing out, which is very cool. But yeah, the scale of this crossover is big, so I am very excited for this event, and I am very excited to see which possible futures of other characters will we be exploring. It seems dark because we could end up seeing some characters end up becoming villains. We could see some of the characters dying early, some stuff like that, which does get me very excited. Obviously those are possible futures, they're not set in stone. So yeah, I'm just very excited to see all these multiple different futures we can explore. But yeah guys, thanks for watching. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe. Be sure to tell me in the comment section down below which character are you most excited to see return for this 5-part event. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.